Hi, I'm Gerald,
And I'm Zach.
and we are the Wine Boys.
Boys.
Yes.
So take 3.
This is the third take.
Someone had a little bit of a tirade, so we had to stop.
We had a point. It wasn't a tirade. All right. We were making satirical comments that were very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then we both looked at each other and went, maybe going to be taken the wrong way. So,
maybe.
But nobody will know.
Yeah.
So all I know is that everything that I said, I stand by, and I'm just kidding. There will be no sort of Kanye style rant on this podcast. All right.
Okay.
I don't have any mental illnesses to lean on. So at least none that I know of.
You can't.
I can't.
Man.
Like, if my career was blossoming, at least I could go, well, I have medication given to me by my Hollywood doctor. So anything that I said, I just didn't eat that day. The medication I'm taking is essentially meth. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't had a meal since, I don't know, yesterday at 7 a.m. So yes. So yeah, I'm a little, ornery about this. Okay.
Sorry for what I said before I took my Tums.
Yeah. I find that when politicians make an off-color comment, the first thing they say is "I was hungry," and it's like, okay, it's just like I can imagine like Mitch McConnell just being like, this meeting is going a little too long, and it's him making just a little bit of a weird comment about black people.
Yeah,
just him being like, well, I didn't have my omelet this morning, like. Jan usually makes me my Western omelet before I head out to the Senate, So I think that it's not weird when politicians say things like that, and then they just kind of go, well, my blood sugar was low. It's just like, okay.
They just account for a lot of the crimes.
I'm not saying that it's all their fault. I'm just saying that I did not have a turkey sandwich before I said that. I don't know what else to say.
Listen, my assistant didn't get me my fillet of fish and my black coffee.
Now, everybody knows that if I don't get my fillet of fish, I start getting a little loose in the lips.
And black coffee.
Did I mention the coffee's black?
Black.
Simply, I don't drink coffee with cream in it because I like to stand in solidarity with my brothers.
Oh, man.
That was Mitch McConnell, everybody.
Mitch McConnell.
Damn, that's a good. I got to work on the McConnell impression is always fun because it really is just a guy with a bunch of like balls in his mouth.
There's only two things there's only two blacks in this world I like: shoes and coffee.
Okay. Now that one coming from you, fine.
Okay.
Me, again, satire, but
might be a take 4.
God damn it. I can't work like this. I'm already on my second Red Bull of the day. My pupils are about to fly out of my head.
Oh my God.
All right. We are on social media at Wine Boys. We're on social media at Wine Boys Pod. It's wineboyspod@gmail.com. We actually got a wine suggestion this week, so thank you for the boys going in. We can slide in the DMs over at on the Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Zach Cossack and Zach Head Comedy. Also, like, review, and subscribe on the YouTube and all the episodes everywhere else. If we do another take, because I don't think, listen,
I think we're good at this.
I think the McConnell thing is pretty universally recognized as funny.
Yeah, I would say so.
Just a good wholesome Mitch McConnell impression.
Yeah.
But anyway,
boys,
God forbid he doesn't have a turkey sandwich though. He starts referring. He starts making a lot of off-color comments about But go ahead.
Gets caught on a hot mic. Martin Luther King Day is coming up.
Exactly. Precisely. This is exactly what's happening.
Yeah. All right, boys, you can find me on the Instagrams and the Twitter at Lord Gerald. You can find me grunting and sighing and trying my best not to ejaculate while watching Creed 3 this weekend. Yeah, that's about it. It's
Michael B. Jordan is sexy.
That's a sexy man. Him and Jonathan Majors, just woo.
Yeah, just them together. Like, how is the screen not going to melt?
Yeah.
I simply don't know. But it
should
be fun.
Jonathan Majors really became a sex symbol. You see that Ebony cover?
I did.
Yeah.
It Black Twitter was ablaze about it.
Oh my God, he has such hard, strong African features,
Yeah.
but they put him in the softest of colors. I like the juxtaposition.
I like the fact that he's a very strong African man, but yet he wears these beautiful white colors so well. It just makes
It was mostly pink, but yeah, or nothing
think-
at all.
I was gonna say, I don't really give a shit. Just put that dick in my mouth.
He's a hot man. A man's whole body is an arrow pointing to his penis. It's just wow.
I mean, shut up and put your balls in my mouth already. Am I right? Like,
Jesus Christ, just stocky with big lips, big nose, and a.
Okay.
Like he works on
Mitch
alternators.
McConnell,
Just
let's get out of here.
damn. Just have my children, sir.
Yeah,
all right.
I got a pregnant wife at home, but I won't tell anybody.
Is that what she saw in me?
All right. Anywho, we're off the fucking rails today.
We're all off. We got a case of the giggle fits. Let's get to the wine. Boys, we have.
Did you tell people your social media? I don't remember you saying
I
that.
did.
Oh, sorry.
I told them I was going to be conducting a masculine ritual during watching this film.
All right, so this one was recommended to us at wineboyspod@gmail. This is Naomi.
It's back.
I get an advertisement for this wine once a day. So heavily advertised wine, I always get a little on the fence about, but I think I've heard good things about this. So, all right, so why don't you give me a description and we'll bust this down?
Yes. You want to look it up on the internet?
I got you.
See, final review, baby. All right.
Got you.
Vintage 2021 Naomi Pinot Noir California IA.
Yep.
Unifying grapes from California's most notable wine growing regions, our Pinot Noir vineyards offer the true expression of their respective appellations. Carefully blended to achieve balance, complexity, winemaking technique. Wait, what the fuck? I can't even read today. Carefully blended to achieve balance, complexity, and richness of flavor with a soft hand in the cellar. With a soft hand in the cellar and a gentle winemaking techniques, the wine evolves into an elegant balance of spice and fruit, weight and restraint. Wow. I can't read cursive anymore, man. I saw like
I was gonna
spice.
say, why are you
I thought
reading
it's
the
a
front
shit.
of the bottle? It's also on the back.
You serious?
It's a totally different thing.
Different. I'll read the fuck. I'll read the back. All right.
You don't have to read. No, that's too much. I think we got a point. I think the point's made. But let's just bust into this.
Cherry fruit, toasty oak, expressive dark berry, juicy schoolberry. All right, I believe this is.
You're an expressive dark berry. Kind of like this top.
Come on, Mitch. Is it a twist?
Yeah.
I'd cut the shit out of my finger, so I'm like trying to do this.
Oh wait, you cut yourself?
Yeah, like a couple days ago. It's still healing, so like
mine opened, so yes.
Yeah, mine is not.
Ooh, this is very ripe.
Is there like paper on it? I cannot get this open.
You just gotta it's a little slick, so you just
it is.
Yeah.
Try not to grip it too hard because I want to rip my finger open.
Rip it and rip it.
There it is. All right.
Oh, I got a bleeder.
Yeah, I'm bleeding. All right.
Yeah.
Smells like cap. No cap.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I think this wine's goated in the sauce.
Oh man, goated in the sauce. Wow.
No cap.
Let's see.
Okay. Just do a little first pour out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this smells like a tobacco field.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean, baby.
Hell yeah.
Swishy woody.
It's dark. It's ripe.
Fuck.
Got this really pretty purple color to it.
Yeah.
Damn, this actually might hit.
You
get like a strawberry note.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get? Like this got like a cigar smell to it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this hits.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good. Damn. See, I don't want to take the side of like a wine that's very widely produced and something that's like, kind of like in my grill all the time. But
right.
This shit hits.
It's a hitter.
Yeah.
It's a hitter.
This is a hitter.
This is a hitter.
This is right up my alley too.
Yeah.
It's dark, it's bright, but it has a little bit of like this nice tannic bite.
There's a nice smokiness to it.
Yeah,
You know, it really dries out the palate. This is
fucking good.
It's
good.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, somebody call me a cab.
It's fucking dumb.
Stupid. Really dumb. Hit you though.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Mayomi. This is a 90.1.
Brenda, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, dear.
Yeah. Your teeth are purple again. You've been hitting the sauce again, Randy. It's like at least somebody caresses me at night. All right. So this is Mayomi Pinot Noir. It's from California, the Sonoma region of California.
Okay.
Average price of this wine is between $18.99 and $22.99.
How much you pay?
I paid $21.
Me too.
Perfect.
Me too.
So this is a little pricier than some of your typical Pinot Noirs, but
Mhm.
I mean, at a $20 price point, you're going to start getting some
good shit.
You're going to get better. Some of it sucks. I mean, there is some shit expensive wine out there, but this is something that can, $20 can make an impression. You bring it to a house part, or you really bring it to like a dinner party or something along those lines. Your taste characteristics: bold, smooth, dry, and acidic. Pretty much exactly what we were talking about. Our palates are unmatched as always. Notes of oak, tobacco, and vanilla. Cherry, strawberry, other red fruits, black cherry, and plum.
Okay.
Like you kind of get a little bit of a black cherry note. Yeah, this is good, man.
Yeah, this is good.
All 100% Pinot Noir, goes well with game meats, dark game meats such as venison, beef, and some of that baby cow.
Ooh.
Dude, red sauce chicken, some sort of like Parmesan situation, or like, I don't know, like chicken thighs.
I like that.
Like a braised chicken thigh. This would.
I like that. Yeah.
But this is a red wine. This is like you, the boys. Red wine, steak dinner, cigar after.
Oh my God.
Talk about the good old days. Objectify your wife. You know what I mean?
My God. Yeah, this is a good. Yeah.
This is the type of wine where you have a couple of glasses and you start talking about your real feelings about your wives and like how you're feeling about that other kid on the way. Not saying it's you. I'm just saying.
No. I know what you mean. Tell us how you really feel about various ethnic groups.
Yes. Oh, sorry. My blood sugar was low. Tell me how you really feel about that Monzi scheme that you were talking about.
That Monzi Peem.
Yeah. Just like it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's just a triangular upwards business strategy. Like, okay. Does it involve multiple people telling multiple people about multiple things? It's just like something like that.
Yeah, like, somewhat. But what doesn't?
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like
didn't realize I just
me.
started watching. I fell asleep with it on the other night. I just started watching that Madoff documentary. I didn't realize how much money he took from people.
Oh, it was a lot.
$50 billion.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
I was like, God,
I haven't watched the documentary, but I saw the Robert De Niro show, or was it a movie?
It was a movie. Well, yeah,
it was a movie, but I saw that was on HBO. Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Damn. I mean, at the end of the day, why can't we just call this guy what he is? A fucking phenomenal businessman. Like this is.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. He did some tyrannical things, but at the end of the day, I mean, I would take some notes if I were you.
Prior to that happening, his reputation was like spotless. He was one of the most well-known guys on Wall Street prior to all that.
Sure, but Jeffrey Epstein was too, and
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I believe that there's a direct correlation between popularity and scumbaggery. Like there's
yeah.
Especially when it comes to financial. Like if there's a guy that's just like, Donald Trump is his best friend. It's just like that guy fucks kids. That's a guy that fucks kids. It's black and white. This guy's like, hey, we're gonna go take a trip with some of the Hollywood elites. It's like, where you heading? Oh, this remote island, like 1,200 miles away from everything. It's just like, oh, it sounds like an island you fuck kids on. Like that's
This is why. Listen, this leads me into it. This is why I can't quit Facebook. So
because me too. I just had this conversation. I swear to God, it was. I don't even know. It's Facebook has gotten really good on getting me to the shittiest human beings from kind of where I live or where I used to live, but also just like finding the shit that they liked. And I watched a woman give a review of the new Sierra Mist, which I think is just called like Starry.
Yeah, I didn't
like
even know
bullshit.
that was Sierra. So they're rebranding.
They
Sierra
rebranded
Mist?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, because they want children to get diabetes.
Sure.
And I'm watching this, and it's like a woman with 7 teeth in her mouth, give or take. I'm saying 7 is like that's my over under. Let's go 6.5. I think there was a nub.
Okay.
There was one nub in the back, and she is giving her review, and it's like thought out and provocative. I'm very into it. She's just like, not as limey as the Sierra Mist, but I like the lemon kick, and I'm just like, yes.
You know, it's funny. It's probably the same.
Now finish that
soda.
bottle and put it inside you. Show me your OnlyFans account.
Nah, but the reason why you talk about like Hollywood elites, and Facebook. So the other day, I go on Facebook, and this one person I know from back in the day posted this shit about Bill Gates, and it was Bill Gates buys nearly $1 billion in Heineken stock, and then he shows an image of posts a picture of Bill Gates. He posts a picture of the Heineken logo upside down, traces the E's as 6s, traces the star like it's a pentagram, the Heineken leaves like they're like, you know, Baphomet or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he's just like, symbolism will be their downfall. We know this is part of the elite's cabal or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. You know, this is a product of having too much free time.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, honestly, get a hobby. Like, honestly, you could go to just a meeting, and you don't have to tell me what the meeting is, but let's just say there's a group of white men at this meeting, and let's just say they talk about topics that you are very game on. And I'm not saying you do anything, but I'm saying some might. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like, just go to those, and then just shut the fuck up. Like, that's all you do. Just go to the. That's it. Just go to these meetings, just sequestered from the rest of the world, and just shut the fuck up. Like, that's. I think.
Be a sponge.
Listen. Be a sponge. Take in the word of whatever these. I'm not saying that they believe in anything in particular, but you know what they do is they don't go on Facebook and put out opinions that don't matter.
No.
They meet. It's like going to a VFW. You show up at one of these veterans posts, and what you get is a guy that doesn't have social media, but God, does he have stories?
Yeah.
And those stories are dark. And if they were put on social media, would get him hundreds of thousands of views and likes. And this man has just seen too much darkness for him to come out.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't want it. He's ashamed to put it out there.
So what we need are people like that to go to those guys and just get lost in story for a while. That's really all we do. That's what we need.
So, but what's funny though is like it's so easy to poke holes in this 666 symbolism will be their downfall. Because it's like,
the number 23. I know what it's like to overanalyze.
Yes.
Like
yes.
It's just like we can make a movie about nothing and people will see it. It's just like,
people watch it, yeah.
But like, what about the rest of society? And they start fucking believing it.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge problem, Jack.
But here's the thing, right? Let's say Bill Gates is part of this satanic cabal, right?
Not that weird.
It could be.
Maybe I'm facetious, but like when anybody's like, oh, did you know that this CEO is into like satanic rituals? I'm just like, yeah, but he comes on the devil's face. Like, I don't know. That's
but
like what he likes.
Does it affect you in your everyday life?
It simply doesn't.
It does not. But even then,
does not.
Right? More holes here. Do you really think Bill Gates is picking individual stocks?
Well, What do you mean? Like from a business perspective?
From business, like buying and selling individual stocks in his
No,
portfolio.
it's not business. It's not savvied for business to do that.
No, well,
Like,
even like Bill Gates
I think
didn't make his money from trading stocks.
No, but he also he definitely knows people. So if we start seeing stocks getting dumped from the Gates Foundation, it's like, okay, well they probably know something because they know people.
But chances are Bill Gates has a brokerage firm that he pays handsomely to protect his interests.
And it's not even close to like a percentage of his net worth. Like it's like, oh yeah, Bill Gates pays us $50 million a year to just pad the portfolio. Yeah.
Just to manage his portfolio, to turn this lot of money into a whole lot of money.
Yeah. To turn this $50 million into $150 million. Like,
well, it was $1 billion that he bought Heineken stock with.
Okay.
Apparently he owns 3% of Heineken now.
Not that weird.
Which is no. Is it a lot of money? Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Do you really think he manages that? Probably not.
No, he has no fucking idea. He doesn't even know what Heineken is.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
it was funny when he was asked
about it. He was like,
I don't even drink beer. Like, because he doesn't fucking manage it.
Yeah, but also he's a naive, he's just a naive tech nerd.
He's not naive.
Well, he's not naive. He's naive. He plays naive. Like, I think the naive card is something that's it's a very powerful move.
I don't think Bill Gates is on the Bloomberg terminal every day.
It's just like, you ain't stupid.
No, he's not. But I don't think Bill Gates is waking up at dark 30 and hopping on the Bloomberg terminal every day. Like, it's just not. No, he's not doing that.
Not in his DNA.
It's not his job. That's not how he made his money.
Yeah.
I pay people to manage that for me.
His brain doesn't work that way. His brain works in binary code.
Yeah.
Like, he just punches numbers and just he creates software.
Yes.
Have you ever
That's where the money came from.
I know people that work in software. And I got to be honest, they are dog shit with money. Like, my buddy's a software engineer, very smart guy. And he told me something that he bought the other day.
Okay.
And I was like, why do you think you need that? And he's just like, it's the principle of it. And I go, are you going to try to resell this thing? And he's like, nah. He goes, I just want to have it. I was like, but you don't even do that.
What do you buy?
Oh, God. You ever seen those like one-wheel scooter things?
The one with like the wheel in the middle?
Like a Segway.
With like like a bouncy skateboarding.
Think of it as he bought the Ferrari of one of those.
Oh shit! Like, how much was it? Like $5,000?
It's too much.
Okay.
Like the amount of money he makes, pretty good money, and even when he bought it was like, I was like, are you gonna like try to flip this on eBay, fucking Gary Vaynerchuk? Like, what are you trying to do here? He's just like, I might ride it. I was like, once a year? I was like, this isn't who you are.
Yeah, like, what are you, Casey Neistat now?
Yeah, like who are you?
Ride I don't
we'll
take
just
the
be on
subway.
Reddit for a little too long. He's on like that Reddit gadget forum. So like he just sees something that he likes and he goes, ooh, pretty, and he just buys it. It's just this
is gonna change my whole EDC. It's gonna revolutionize the way I carry things.
No, it's not. You're good at a couple of things. Just do those.
It's gonna streamline my whole.
We started talking about trading cards the other day because I'm diving back into sports trading cards. Because I found a plethora of plastic coated trading cards that I will be selling on eBay at some point that I didn't realize I had. I was going through storage, and they are in mint condition.
Okay.
We're talking Topps original NFL rookie cards, 91 through 95. We're talking Jim Harbaugh.
Ooh,
looking daddy sexy. Like just like not wearing khakis only yet. You know, I found a Tim Biakabatuka card the other day. Yeah, that's a long name, but if you've ever played NFL Blitz, you know who the fuck Tim Biakabatuka is. I speak in terms for the people. They get it. I was reading this article the other day because this is a good segue. You know Blake Martinez? He was a linebacker in the NFL for probably 6-7 seasons.
Oh yeah.
His last year's salary, he played for the Las Vegas Raiders. His last year's salary made, I think it's just above the league minimum, when he made $875,000. He was good, but he wasn't.
What year was this though?
Like 3 years ago.
It was
retired.
Yeah,
875,000, plus like roster bonuses and shit. He probably made like a cool flat $1 million.
Yeah, did he?
After taxes, probably not. Well, Vegas doesn't have taxes, right?
I don't think they have a state income tax, but
no. So he probably made a cool flat $1 million. Got out of the game, started doing trading cards, made $5 million last year.
God damn. $5
million. Literally 5 times more than he made getting concussions every week. Like,
hey, it's not about what you can do on the field. The thing is, there are very, very few professional athletes that really get that huge contract. Very, very few.
They're the elite of the elites. They're the guys that like they know what they're putting their bodies through.
Yeah, and it's not even the elite of the. I would say it's the lucky of the elite of the elites.
Well, there's also the guys that are just like Patrick Mahomes got a $500 million contract because he is the greatest. Like this is the dude.
Yeah.
This is I mean, there's nothing. You watch that Super Bowl that was scripted, but I watched the Super Bowl and you saw him change the entire complexity of that football game.
Yeah.
You know, yes, he was.
And
high
even then,
percent,
what is it? It's 150 million is guaranteed or something like that.
No, it's like half of it is guaranteed. It's like 250 million of it.
250 million is guaranteed?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was less than that. I mean,
it's the highest guaranteed. It's the highest paid contract and highest guaranteed money of all time. And then Deshaun Watson got a crazy contract from the Browns, which I think was like 225 all guaranteed.
Which is insane for a guy that hasn't played in.
Yeah, which is insane considering the guy was almost a sexual offender. Like, that's a little crazy.
He's a sex offender that hasn't played in like 2-3 years.
What is that telling the
point.
children?
Hey,
what does that say?
It tells them to shut the fuck up. That's what it tells them.
You reserve the right to shut up. Heed my advice. I think that's the advice of this episode. Go away and shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
Just be quiet. This is why we're on take 3. Just shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up.
But I like talking shit. So all right. Speaking of talking shit, I think we put a bow on the fact that Bill Gates is the devil. And hold on, wait. I gotta do it. I gotta do it in the proper accent.
Okay.
Bill Gates is the devil.
He's citing himself.
Now I'm going to review Starry soft drinks. All right. I think that this week for you in particular is a very big week.
Yes.
Because this is the point. This is the point in the show where you start slapping your inner thighs.
This is where I measure myself.
This is where you start measuring. It's NFL Combine week. The underwear Olympics. Here we go, baby. This is it.
The panty men.
Dude, just big dudes wearing tight shorts. Like that's the NFL Combine might as well be a swimsuit like modeling shoot, but for fat guys.
Yeah.
Just big
men.
Just cocaine bears. Just big boys. So there's this guy. I read one statistic of this one guy, whose measurements are absurd.
Okay.
There's an offensive lineman that's coming into the NFL Combine who's listed at 6'8", which is huge.
It's a large
6'8", 346. Like,
God damn.
That's not a human being. Like, that dude's the size of like a coffin. It's a
big man.
It's a big fucking guy.
That's a big man.
And from reports that I've read, ran a sub 540.
Oh, terrifyingly fast.
Terrifyingly, dude. Guy is a bear. Like, dude is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's a big cocaine bears.
He's big cocaine bears. So, hey, they went to college. All right, they tried some juice.
I just wonder, like, he's gonna bench like 225 about 30 times.
30
like,
times.
Yeah.
And not even break a sweat. He'd be like, "What's next? Broad jump."
Yeah.
Dude,
didn't take his Timbs off yet.
The combine is great because it's unathletic white guys putting dudes that are way better than them on under the microscope, which is something we've done on this podcast. It's one of my favorite episodes of this podcast. We do our annual NFL draft attributes episode, which is
it's very
which is just
it
us
really
describing who the player is, and then you going his race, his height, and where he went to school.
Race, position, and education.
Always great.
It's a big old corn-fed white boy.
Yeah. It's just, like strong but nimble and quick. It's just like, okay, black. it's like always
nimble
that.
and quick, extremely athletic.
Extremely athletic. Not a white guy. Okay, so
okay. He's a black defensive back.
I went to Alabama.
Alabama. He's a DB. Black. Let me guess. Dreads and gold teeth too.
Oh,
No, not Alabama. That's Florida. Never mind.
Yeah. Had to go to junior college for a season. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Black. He's his great son.
Why can't we just admit the fact that you guys are being subtly racist about this guy?
Single parent household. Yeah, definitely black.
Yeah. Defensive end for sure. Dion told me that.
He's a slow feet, but a hard worker. Okay.
White, for sure.
Okay.
Undersized wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say offensive line, but okay.
Julian Edelman. All right.
Real lunch pail guy.
Real 9-to-5er. First one in, last one out. It's because he's valeting the cars for the good players.
A coach's player.
Yeah. Dude, whenever somebody says coach's player, it's just like, yeah, we'll be an offensive coordinator in 2 seasons.
Yes.
100%.
Definite like practice squad quarterback who's gonna end up as an offensive coordinator.
He's gonna be a hot commodity for a head coaching job in a couple of years.
The kind of guy you want your daughter to date. Like
safe.
White. Kicker.
Safe.
White quarterback.
So, be careful. Quarterbacks suffer from quarterback face because they're too pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes an issue. That's a character flaw. I do agree. It is a character flaw that nobody speaks about.
Mm-hmm.
Like a guy being too handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like, okay, like you were handed a lot of things. What happened?
And that leads us to Tom Brady doing stand-up.
Now, no, I have one more thing because you're running a 40. So, I looked at the NFL Combine schedule. Sunday, the big boys run.
Yep.
So offensive
the galloping of the big
Sunday.
boys.
And no offense, but you are an offensive lineman. So I'm gonna watch these boys run. I'm gonna take some notes. I'm gonna take some times down, and I'm gonna go, all right. If you can, sub 5. If I see a dude that's over 6 feet, over 3 bills, running like 4 6s, I'm just like, all right, literally no chance. But if I see like a premier athlete running a 5.01, I'll be like, all right, I can't wait for this guy. I can't wait for this premier athlete here to really show me, really put my foot in my mouth on this one.
We'll see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. Okay.
You're goddamn right. All right, so we were talking about apparently.
Yeah.
This is just so Tom Brady is apparently taking up a career in stand-up comedy, and I think it's a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's just like kind of a joke because like he's in talks with Netflix for coming up with like this some sort of like greatest roast of all time sort of situation. But I'll middle for Tom Brady. Like I'm the Jimmy Garoppolo of stand-up comedy. Like I'll wait in the wing. I'll wait for Tom to get a cramp, and I'll go in and I'll go on a 5-game winning streak.
Of course. He'll make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a situation like because basically what's gonna happen is I'll open for Tom, and then a lot of people are gonna come up to me because they'll be like, we know Tom. Okay, we're familiar with Tom's line of work.
Who are you?
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, you're just so much better than him, and I go, I agree, but as the
this
Jimmy
was in
Garoppolo
Boston
situation, all right, I need to be traded. All right. I got to be traded. I need to be out from under the shadow. All right. That's when I start coming up. That's when I start dating porn stars. That's when my life starts getting better. All right. I take Kiara Mia out on a date. Things get better for me.
things get better. They go up from
better
here.
for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, she ain't listening, but what's up, girl?
Suddenly a photograph with Violet Myers and everybody.
Damn, good choice. I'm in.
Yeah, I like it.
I've got a couple of other ones on the back burner I'm thinking about, but what I need is somebody that is just augmented. Like I just need somebody that's not real.
I don't think she's augmented though.
I don't think no. She's just
those are natural.
Those are
big naturals.
She's just a wholesome gal.
Just big naturals.
I like when we can talk about our favorite porn stars as like an older man, like discussing Bible study. Like, she's a wholesome gal.
She's a real wholesome gal, Yeah. Yeah, she'll really get you through in a pinch,
Yeah. Kind of gal that you like to share a Sunday with.
A nice Sunday drive down the coast,
Yeah. But I don't believe it, but I am kind of curious. I just want to know if Tom Brady is going to become, if this is true, like if he is good, like he can't be, right? Like I don't think
he's.
This is a product of all of your teammates telling you you're funny for 20 years.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be. Because the thing is like, okay, his life has been pretty good. Like he hasn't.
Pretty rad.
He hasn't been through enough shit in life to like develop a sense of humor.
Yeah. You can't
like,
do an hour on divorce. Like you can't. No, you could do like 5. Maybe you could do 10 on divorce.
Sure, but like.
Unless he tells like a great story about the entire offensive line airing out Giselle. And it's just like, that's a good story. That's funny.
Just imagine.
Hey, hey boys, let me get a turn. I'm the quarterback after all.
Maybe if he had like an Anthony Jeselnik delivery where he got on stage and he was just like, so I like watching men fuck my wife. But he just said it completely deadpan and then just like went into a story.
Yeah, maybe.
And then he ended it with, and that's why I divorced her.
Yeah, that's not funny.
I don't know. I think I could find the funny there.
I feel like you're just pinpointing tall white guys, and I'm
I don't know. I mean, but I think about specifically Jeselnik's like deadpan delivery, where he will say the darkest shit, but it's hilarious.
If he starts writing for Brady, then sure.
Okay, but even then, would Brady be able to deliver it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
This is a giggly man.
Yeah, he is kind of giggly. You got 2 tutties? Like he's a giggly man. Like
that is one of my favorite.
It's cute.
Like NFL films thing that I saw. Just Tom Brady going up to Rob Gronkowski, just fanboying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just loving him for his big dumb self.
Yeah. Even Gronk, he couldn't do stand up.
Tried.
Yeah, failed.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, you have to have intellect to
a
little.
Gronk spike.
Yeah.
Beer.
Okay. There's certain form like Pat McAfee. Like
sure, absolutely.
It's funny, but he is just a charismatic enigma. Like the dude is just.
Yeah.
He's goated in the sauce, this guy.
Yeah, so it works. There have been NFL players that can do stand up.
Yeah. There are plenty of people that have made the transition from, Juilliard dropout to stand up comedy. And like that happens.
Of course.
There's a lot of listen, anybody truly look at me. Anybody can do stand up comedy.
You think?
Yes. Everybody. Really, like it's the art form is. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of like if you would like to.
Okay.
Like I'll give you an example. Every date that I go on, every girl, I thought about doing stand up. Oh wow, doesn't seem that hard. Just like my friends tell me I'm funny. Just like, okay. Do you talk about? Do you talk about that time you were a slut in college? Because that happens. Like, I was too.
Yeah, we all were.
But that's not. But it's all about Do you write? Do you write stuff down? Well, I have a journal. She's like, that's not funny though. Like, that's not. I don't find that.
Yeah.
Like that's the issue, is that like now that this is a thing, like now that Tom Brady says I want to pursue and I think it's a joke again. It's a bit from my perspective, but he's like, I want to pursue stand-up comedy. It's like now this is the ultimate bitch slap across the face of like a true art form.
Yeah, yeah.
Of a guy just being like, well, I mean, it seems like anybody's doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And that gets me to Brandon Schaub. And
I see the setup there. I see the setup there.
Yeah. Which I have no problem with him. Okay.
Yeah,
I have to reiterate the
you up.
fact that I don't have any problem with this guy. However, people have put some shit out for him that should not be put out.
You know what I think it is with Brandon Schaub? I think there is potential there.
Handsome.
He is handsome, yeah. But I think there is potential there. But I honestly think that because he was such good friends with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean
he grew his career. Yeah, his career outpaced his ability.
I think it gets to I mean it's just
like he was just given a lot more opportunity than he was actually ready for.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and be the guy that's like I don't say, I mean I listen, I think it's a punchline. I think it's the brunt, it's the brunt of a joke. Is anybody really truly like there's too many like comedians for you to be like I like everybody. It's just like styles clash. People don't like certain things. There's a lot out there. So like find the things that you enjoy.
Yeah, but with that being said, like, there's a lot of Netflix comedy specials out there.
Yeah.
And Brandon Schaub got one before Earthquake did.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking tragedy.
And Earthquake has been doing it for longer than I've been alive at this point.
35 years.
Yeah. Earthquake's been around forever.
Like theater. He did a church. He did 3 nights at a church.
He'd do any room, honestly.
Yeah. It's a great special too. He's so funny.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious. He's one of the best to ever do it.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 underrated comedian.
Definitely.
Like this is a fun game. I always like to play the top 5 underrated.
Underrated?
Yeah, the guys that maybe not even just me, but I think he's in the top 5. There's like a Mount Rushmore of underrated comics.
I'd say like him, Greer Barnes.
Yeah, you know what? I just saw him a couple of weeks ago at a show, and it was good. It was a lot darker than I remember.
Yeah.
But it has just like this. Attell's always like.
Yeah.
Just so underappreciated. Like.
I
don't get it. Like there's still some people that are just like, I don't know. I'm just like, what do you mean you don't know? This is a master class we're watching right now.
Yeah. And then who's that one guy? It's David Tell. The other bald white guy sounds whiny, has glasses.
Me.
David Cross.
Oh, I love him. Dude, I got somebody said that to me the other day. I was I did a bit and it was something new. I was just kind of like trying out, and this guy's like, I think David Cross did something like that. I was like, what, in like the 80s? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, he's got some great, just like quick hitting jokes about like living in New York and like soliciting a prostitute. He did it on Late Night. It's one of my favorite bits.
Yeah.
I think yeah. But he's
top
just
5
so
underrated. Yeah.
He's like a commercially successful like television and movie actor at this point though.
Yeah, and it's more
like
so for movies.
He was like there were
stand-up.
parts like in Arrested Development that he held together. Like
yes,
like just so uncomfortably funny.
Just like that whole like never nude thing that he was just so who good. Thinks of this? It's like so just good. Just so funny.
There's like a few guys, a lot of New York guys. There's some like even some like LA comics that I'm just like damn.
Just underrated, like criminally underrated.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another. So far though, we have Earthquake, Greer Barnes, David Tell, David Cross.
Yeah. There's got to be like one more. I think David Cross is like, I don't even know if he's that underrated.
I think he's pretty underrated.
Maybe. trying to think. There's like, I always have a hard time with this because I like so many guys that I'm just like I'm like, it just depends.
Who else would you say? Would you say like Ari Shaffir?
No, because the last special was so good.
Yeah, but I feel like that was his biggest.
You know what I really like, and I actually had to like, you know Joe DeRosa?
I don't know if I've ever heard him.
He's the guy. He's been here for so long.
Now you know who's really underrated? Russell Peters.
Oh God, one of the worst, right?
Him, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, God.
Joe Coy. Gabriel Iglesias.
DeRosa's like the kind of guy that's like cryptically funny, like very dark. I don't even know how to describe his style. I'll send you some clips. I just like throwing his name out there because I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
And if he's listening, he isn't, but I'll open for him over Tom Brady. That's how I feel.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Who else can I think of that I feel like should be a
Carrot
lot
Top.
bigger?
I mean,
yeah, man.
Gallagher, rest in peace.
To the God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of who's that fifth one of just super underrated
guys that like are like recognizably good, but are like should be bigger. Are you talking about, or just like
yeah.
Man,
like I kind of want to say like Big J Okerson.
Yeah, but that's another guy who's like, you know, is big, but damn, there's so many.
But could be like, I feel like he,
but like that's how I feel about like DeRosa's in that same class.
Yeah.
So
of guys that like they're gonna draw a crowd wherever they go, but they're not, and they're just as funny as anybody.
There's like there's some like, and there's a lot of young like great up and coming comics, but there's
yeah.
You know, but it's
but you know that their time is like coming. You know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's just their time has came, and it's just like a matter of how big do they make it after that.
Right. And some of those younger guys would be like what's his name? Stavros, what's his
Stavros Halkias.
Yeah, him or Mateo
Lane.
Mateo Lane. Yeah. Those guys are, that they're going to blow up. Like
they already have. I mean, they have. They're.
But it's going to continue, is what I mean.
There's just
like, they're going to get to a point where they're household names.
I'm trying to think of like older guys, because I like the older style comic guys that have been around for a while. Like that's why I was saying guys like DeRosa, like some of my favorites.
Yeah.
That maybe just haven't fully gotten that rub, but they're just like in with everybody. They're killers. They're so funny. Damn, this is always like, I like going down these rabbit holes, but like I also am like, damn, I don't know who, because I want to choose everybody. Like there's all these dudes, because I respect so many guys, and it seems like it's always kind of like the same 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah,
it's like
let's throw Patrice on there. We'll call this a day.
You know, you can't really say anything about a dead guy, but
okay, yeah.
Damn, I don't. Yeah, this is a tough one. It's like open ended. I feel like there's so many.
There's so many, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess it's cryptic to me because like a lot of the guys that I really liked growing up are dead. So it's like, I think I was like the weird guy that was definitely when we were growing up. Like I was the guy that was watching like the obscure, like Comedy Central presents like in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Like when Hedberg got his first one.
Yeah.
I was coming in. I think I was trying to even do a Hedberg impression at like 14 years old, like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah, like trying to do that stupid. Well, it's a great the joke about the sesame seeds. It's still one of my favorite jokes of like all time because it's nonsensical, but it's something that people think all the time. Which is like, I went to McDonald's. I got one of those Big Macs, and they have these sesame seed buns. Also, first and foremost, what is a sesame? Where does it come from? What does it grow into? The seed must grow into something.
It's just that cadence he
Yeah,
had.
just
Yeah.
mind you, that was a drug and heroin induced.
Oh, that was heroin. Yeah.
Dude, hard.
Yeah. But it just worked. You
Yeah.
know. I don't know. When I was in junior high, I was like listening to Richard Pryor and Red Fox,
Yeah.
Moms Mabley, just
Red Fox. That might be one that's like entirely too underrated.
His album, You Got to Wash Your Ass, is like
one of the funniest albums I've ever listened to in my life.
Goated in the sauce.
In the sauce.
In the sauce. Some of Richard Pryor's just like old albums are just
they're the best.
Incredible. Yeah.
Of course they are. They're of course they are.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they sucked?
It just there's this one character he does, Mudbone. It's fucking incredible.
I fucking love Mudbone. I'm not even gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I leave it to your imagination. Go search it.
You just go search just Richard Pryor Mudbone, and it is hilarious.
It's also one of my favorite when he talks about setting himself on fire. Like,
oh yeah, that is
how you take that situation, like one of the darkest, worst situations of your entire life.
Yep.
And make just great little bits about it, but like the whole brings a book of matches on stage.
Oh,
it cracks the match. He's just like, I'm gonna do an impression for y'all.
Yeah, he's just like, what's this?
What's this? Richard Pryor running down the street.
Or he talked about, he was like, so I had an accident. He was like, I'll tell you what happened. He was like, I got a cookie and I dipped it in some milk, that new low fat milk, and shit exploded. Because you gotta remember, at that time, everybody knew that he was freebasing.
Yeah.
So like there was nothing he could do but to like directly address it.
Yeah. Well, but that's what comedy is. Like you directly address your like horrible scenarios and situations.
Mm-hmm.
That one's like when his dad died and yeah, I am having a stroke. His dad died in the hooker. Like yeah. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, what do you mean? He died in your pussy. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's like some of this shit writes itself, but
yeah.
Well, this has been fun. I've had a good time sharing my bees with you.
Been lucky. It's been lovely.
It's just terrific. Yeah. It's also what happens when we both get a good glass of wine.
Yeah. You feel a little warm.
You want to continue to drink. It's like, damn, you feel a little warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, it tickles.
Yeah, this is good though. I'm like pleasantly surprised because I was not, very commercially successful wine is always just like, okay. But like it's weird because we've had a couple of wines on here and I don't think it's skewed by the fact that they are just like, advertised at me all the time. But like we had that Kim Crawford a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was good. Like, yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
We're just, I'm into taking commercially successful wine. You can just check us out, wineboyspod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We take full and half cases. It's really whatever you want. So
let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's rumble. Okay.
Watch the Underwear Olympics this weekend. I'm gonna give you some 40 times to strive.
Listen, give me something to strive for. I'm gonna put them on a whiteboard.
Like,
I'm just gonna,
like, this fat fuck ran a 4.7.
God damn it! And I'm just gonna sit like in my headphones, listen to Yeet just like really loud,
swaying back and forth. And you're like, what's going on? It's just like he's trying to run a sub 540.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you next week. We love you. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.